What's up, everybody? How's it going tonight? We are back live. We're going to be mixing a song from scratch. Well, I have it I'll say 10% started. But I'll go back and do some stuff because I actually don't really like where the mix is at so far. So, this is a song that I produced. That's why I'm kind of being a little more. I've spent a lot of time on this song, so it's kind of difficult sometimes to mix the songs that you produce right away. So I had to take some time away from it, but whoever is joined, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Thank you for tuning in with me. You guys could be out, partying, having fun, whatever, but you guys are here chilling with me, so I appreciate you guys. D-Bad's music, what's going on, my guy? Whoever else is in here, let me see if I could, participants. Oh, see, it only shows me who's chatting. Make sure you guys say something in the chat, man. Even if it's just what's up, you don't got to be having full long conversations. I just want to be able to say what's up to everybody that's in here and, say what's up personally to you. So make sure you guys at least say what's up. Is my mic level good and everything? Before we start up doing all the mixing and all that stuff, is my mic level good? We sounding good over on my side? Or do I need to turn it up a little bit? I definitely got to stop slouching. My fucking back was killing me. All right. But yeah, so today we're going to be mixing this song called What's Going On. And it is a song that I produced. And it's a song about what's going on in the world and how society is and a lot of different stuff that's really, really relatable all over the world. So we got the full beat track outs. We got the vocals. Hella files on this one. So, but I'm gonna make sure that this is all set up properly for us. Submix. To a. I'm gonna make a print track real quick, just cause I want you guys to hear the mix buzz. There we go. All right, so yeah, we have the hook, we have like a bridge, and then we have two verses. So this song is pretty dope. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you guys real quick. Give you an idea of what it sounds like.
Colorblind. I can get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind. I can get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind. This ain't kicking out as they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crash in the blind? Dredloc. These young chicks ain't kicking out as they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out? Yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said is understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going on, but something's going wrong. Every time I look online, it's something crazy on my phone.
What's going on with the world, yeah.
Can you tell
What's
me?
going on with the world, yeah.
Can you tell
They
me?
tryna break us down, yeah. They tryna break us down, yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's just the gist of the song. What's up? I'll be smooth, man. That's all right, bro. I'm gonna keep this up so you can make sure you tune in whenever you got the chance to. I appreciate you guys. Trust me, it's gonna be a dope one, so you'll have a fun time watching this at work, man. But yeah, definitely get that rest, man. You need your rest. All right, so we got our hook there. We gotta bring the bridge back. See, so you guys are gonna see me kind of rearrange this a little bit more too, because this was originally supposed to have 2 artists on it for the verses and the hook, but the artist kind of went MIA, so we don't have all the takes we need for his verse. We also needed him for the video, so we couldn't do what we really needed to do. So now we had to lay this second verse right here, which wasn't originally the part of the plan. It was originally just his verse right here. Then we had the singing verse, but because the artist just kind of up and left, we have to finagle the situation a little more. What's going on, everybody, today, though? Appreciate you guys tuning in. It's going to be a fun stream today. I'm not going to be working as fast today. I'm not in a rush to get anything done, so we're going to be talking a lot today. We're going to be hanging out. Pull up some stuff and show you guys some stuffs that I learned from and stuff that I've personally grew from. Put you guys on. Hey, I'm glad you're saying that, man. For real, for real. I just want to be of value to you guys and provide, valuable information, help, and guidance, because that's something that I didn't have coming up. And it was something that I had to really search around for, and it was hard to find at first. And then when I finally found the guidance I did, luckily, I found some great people, but it definitely wasn't easy. So I want to make it a little bit easier for people to learn and grow as engineers and producers. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. That's what I like to hear, man. Definitely, man. Listen, like I tell you guys, I don't know it all. I'm not a fucking guru at this shit. I just know a lot of stuff that I do know that I have gone through. And like I said, my techniques might not fit for everybody. My workflow might not fit for everybody. But if it does work for you, I'm excited. And I hope it helps bring your music to the next level. See, I look at gurus like they know every answer on top of the world. Like, you can ask them anything, and they're just going to be like, oh, yeah, this is how. Like, for me, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. I'm still learning. I'm still growing as myself. I'm only 32. So, I'm still growing and learning because I have people that are 50, 60 engineering that I know, that they know a lot more than me. So I'm learning from them and growing from that stuff. So as I grow, you guys grow. That's what I love to see.
Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find.
So this track is a little different because as you guys can see, this hook has a lot of layers, okay? We have a lead layer, a left to right full dub, a left to right, another full dub, and then a left and right in and out. Now the in and out is like a low note, and then these are panned only 57%. These are panned 100%, and this is 100% in the center. So we have quite a bit of layers on this, but I don't want it to sound like it's like too many layers, because here, if I mute this, it sounds empty.
Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind. I can get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the.
But what he couldn't do, that I wanted him to do, he didn't end up doing it. But if you guys listen closely real quick to this part. Ready? I'll show you some cool stuff. We created a high harmony for him.
Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind. Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind.
Now that just did that to create a little bit more like depth in the vocal, because all one note doesn't help create too much depth.
Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind.
He said, "Yeah, yes, you are a guru for me. Guru is someone who knows how to pass the information. Bro, I watched many. Hey, I'm glad. Listen, bro, I'm glad that what I'm showing you is working. I wouldn't show you some shit that's like, I found this today, guys. Let's do this. Like, I hate when people do that. A lot of people see. I feel like a lot of the issues with Let me switch over my camera real quick because I feel like a lot of the issues with the music industry is a lot of people think that they need to make it seem like they know everything, or they're just like super smart and this and that to get clientele or to get views or whatever. And people will go and watch a tutorial on YouTube that day about, say for instance, dynamic EQ. Okay. Then they'll go and make a video about the same exact thing that they watched 10 minutes later. They didn't practice it. They didn't perfect it. They didn't even try it with their own technique and try their own stuff with it. They just went and reiterated the same video that they watched. I've seen people do it. So that's what kind of disgusted me with the music industry, like educational side on the internet, because like for a while I was planning on doing a lot of educational stuff. But what it came down to was like I kept looking things up to see, you know, reputable people, and there's a few out there. Like I said, I showed you guys a couple the other day. And they have plaques. So for me, it's like I feel like a lot of people don't take the value or the advice as valuable as if like a person with a plaque would be like, hey, I do this. But then I've seen people with plaques who got lucky and they go give tutorials and it's just like a bunch of backwards stuff, just doesn't even make sense. So it's just kind of like a conflicting field where I was like, you know what? I don't want to jump into it and like have everybody, oh, you're just trying to get money from teaching people things. And yeah, I do want to teach people things. And yes, it'd be great to make money from doing that. But it's not a gimmick for me. I really want to help people. I really want to help people grow and learn. Because like I said, I did not have this. I want to be able to give people things that I didn't have, you know, when I was coming up, when I was learning, when I was really, really, really in the gutter of like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm going to still try it. So I definitely, I'm happy that the things that I'm showing you guys are very useful to you guys. No gimmicks, all Dynasty. That's a fact. All right, so let's get back into this guy.
Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind. Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind. Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind. Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind. I can get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind. Dredloc. These young chicks ain't kicking out of they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest.
All right, so I figured that instead of just like jumping in and doing my EQing and like my process right away, I'm going to actually break this down for you guys. So I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing and where I'm going to attack it. So we're going to take this off. We're going to start this mix pretty much from scratch for him. so you guys can see this. All right, we're gonna do this completely from scratch. Only thing I'm gonna keep on him is the auto-tune. That is an ad-lib, so I'm gonna keep that on there. And then these guys right here. Same thing with this verse. I'm gonna take these EQs off. So I'm gonna walk you guys through and explain what I'm hearing and what I'm approaching it with, okay? So that way we can kind of get more detail. All right, so we're gonna start with the first verse because they're recorded on 2 different microphones, 2 different days, 2 different studios. So first thing.
These young chicks ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's to survive. These young chicks ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's to survive.
All right, so what I'm hearing is, I'm hearing a lot of buildup in the low end. I'm also hearing this like mid-range noise coming from him with certain things. So I'm gonna try and cut that out, and I'm gonna cut out that bass. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load up Soothe. Now the reason why I load up Soothe is because Soothe is very transparent, and some EQs, when you start cutting out low end, it makes the vocal really thin, and I don't want that thinness. He has a bassy vocal. This guy's vocal is usually set in the bass range. So what I want to do is make sure I'm still accentuating that tone of his, but not leaving any muddiness. So that's where the challenge comes, because when you have a bassy vocal, naturally people are going to think, what? It's going to be muddy, right? It's going to naturally need to be muddy because that's where the guy's tone is heavy at. But believe it or not, you can actually give yourself, sorry, I'm trying to roll this blunt better. You can give yourself a thick vocal but still have control over that rumble, because you don't want that rumble. That's really what matters.
These young chicks ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's to survive. These young chicks ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's to survive. Chicks ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's to survive. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. These young chicks ain't kicking. That's to survive. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. These young chicks ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy.
All right, we got a plosive right there, that paper. So what we can do here, let's try an EQ first. Let's not jump into going into editing the actual audio, but let's just pull out an EQ. Get some more of this low end rolled off.
These young chicks ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's to survive. When they promote violence, it's all good.
Baby audio baby audio, what the hell's the name of it? Baby audio, the Smooth Operator one. I was gonna say Comeback Kid, but that's their delay. But Smooth Operator is good. It's similar, not exactly like it, but it's similar to Soothe. And then the Silk vocal thing from Waves. This guy right here, Silk vocal. The QR Silk vocal right here. This guy right here is very similar. It does a lot of the same things. And then you can go to an advanced mode and do this too. So I think I showed this one a little bit more last night, but yeah, those are the two that are closest to me.
These young chicks ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's to survive. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper.
I don't know what is up with my light over here. It keeps switching to white randomly. Whoever's in here, what's up, what's up? Make sure you guys say what's up in the chat so I can see who's in here. Make sure so I can say, you know, what's up back to you guys and shout you guys out personally. I am working on this song called What's Going On, and it is about what's going on in the world today. Society.
These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge. These young jits ain't. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood.
Not really. I don't really use the CLA plugins often. But I use the 76 from UAD. I use the legacy one right here. Or I'll use the Slate VMR and do the CLA compressor on there. Not CLA compressor, but the 1176 on there. So that's all the CLA really is the 1176. So what I'll do is I'll have this guy on. I like the bluey, the modern.
These young jits ain't kicking knowledge, they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good.
But I'm starting to get annoyed with this vocal because it's like there's this bass in it, but if I cut it out too much, it's too thin. And then if I don't cut it out, it's way too muddy. So I'm trying to find the balance of like cut and keep.
These young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what these young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really.
I'm hearing a bumminess. Yeah, it's very, very like low heavy.
These young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. These young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going on, but something's going. These young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going on, but something's going wrong. Every time I look online, it's these young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really. These young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know. These young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. These young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know. These young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. These young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really. These young jits ain't kicking out if they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's the survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going on. but something's going wrong. Every time I look online, it's something crazy on my phone.
What's going
These young jits ain't kicking out as they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide you. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really
I have no clue what the fuck just happened with the filter right there. Why did that do that?
Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going on, but something's going wrong. Every time I look online, it's something crazy on my phone.
What's going on?
These young jits ain't kicking out as they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide you. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. These young jits ain't kicking out as they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide you. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going on, but something's going wrong. Every time I look online, it's something crazy on my phone. These young jits ain't kicking out as they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going on, but oh, this negativity, the blind leading the blind. I can get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind leading the blind. Dredloc. These young jits ain't kicking out as they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide you. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good, as long as it stay in the hood. What's less said, it's understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going on, but something's going wrong. Every time I look online, it's something crazy on my phone.
What's going on with the world, yeah.
Can you tell me? Oh, this negativity, the blind lead. These young jits ain't kicking out as they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide you. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. These young jits ain't kicking out as they spitting violent. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide you. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a MacGyver. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good.
You said, do you know how to or know what effects can recreate the sound used by Mike Dean in NC-17 by Travis Scott? Bro, keep it real. Like, it's hard to tell what Mike Dean does because Mike Dean breaks every rule there is. So often what you're hearing is not a plugin. Like, distortion is just him cranking shit up. I mean, honestly, bro, Mike Dean is a genius with mixing. So there's a bunch of ways you could achieve it, but it might not be the way that he did it. I don't necessarily know NC-17 by heart what it is. I'll have to listen to it, but I can't listen to it on my stream because I'll get a copyright flag. So you said the vocal sounds thin and big at the same time. That's the approach that I'm trying to get to, bro. I'm trying to get there. But some of these vocals sometimes are a challenge to do that because, like, some people's vocals sound good thin. His don't. His vocals never sound good thin. So, or at least the lead vocal. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I don't focus on recreating people's sounds, so I might not be the right channel for you to be asking that question or anything, bro. Most of the time, it's just delays, bro. You just gotta play around with slap delays and different types of delays, but don't put them on the actual audio track. Put them on a bus and blend them, and you can. I mean, if you play around with the delays, make sure you have it in time. Make sure you have it in time with the tempo and everything like that. But yeah, most of the bounciness that you hear in a song is usually like cool delays or a reverb that has like a delayed tail on it. Like for instance, crystalline right here. If I were to move this start time to like a quarter, it wouldn't start until a quarter beat after the word. So it would sound really like. Hold on, let me turn this up so you could hear it.
In the blind, in the blind, in the blind, in the blind.
You see how that was after it? Now, of course, I wouldn't want that like that for my reverb here, but that's just an example of something you can use to create bounce.
In the blind. Dredloc. These young jits ain't kicking out as they spitting violent. How you gon' come up crashing out? Yeah, they gon'.
And yeah, like I mean, definitely you have to have the same vocal tone, but as far as like bounciness in a song, like for instance, I have a song that I mixed a while ago. Let me see if I can pull it into here. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I gotta find this file. I'll show you a song that has like, I guess you could say Travis Scotty stuff. Where we at? Racks in this one. Yeah, so. Alright, so this one right here, kind of Travis Scotty effects in it, kind of. So that's my print bus.
This be brought by RTV. Yeah. I keep that gas on my blood. Bad bitch, she know what I want. All of my bitches, they bad and bougie. All of my bitches, they pussy wet. And she gon' give me that cushion. Hey, and she gon' give me that pussy. Yeah. These niggas cap. Bitch, I don't cap in my rap. I'm with the game. Boy, I ain't worried about that. Fucking that bitch from the back. Yeah. And you know Brick got a set. Yeah. Bitch, I need money. Bitch, I need racks. Bitch, I need money. Bitch, I need money.
So all that is right there is good choice of reverbs. You don't want. See, that's what it is the background effects. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. No problem. I'm glad you tuned in. But yeah, I mean, it's not this style song right now that I'm doing, but there are some tracks that I got in the works that have that style. So we'll definitely be doing some mixes soon that give it kind of that style, and you can kind of hear that. But the background effects, everything with Travis Scott is basically background effects. The lead vocals are dry as shit, to be honest with you guys. His lead vocals might have some sends that turn up and down here and there because it's a lot of automation. That's one thing I do know. His mixes have a lot of automation. So one word at the end of the verse or the hook, say like this part right here, might have automation of the reverb going up crazy. And where you hear it empty, that's where you feel like, oh shit, he had reverb on the whole time. Then you slap reverb on your vocal. It doesn't sound like his. That's how a lot of artists do it that have those big background sounds. So the best thing to do is just play around with background stuff to blend and give yourself layers. So like those ad-libs that we had on Famous Kid Brick song that I just played you, we had 3 layers of ad-libs. And I had them all doing different things. One was sitting in the center, one was panned going back and forth, and then one was going a little bit panned, but it was like going slower. So it was, and then, oh no, my bad. So one was doubled. I had put a doubler on one. That's why it sounds super wide and thin. And then I have one going back and forth between the speakers, and then the other one is just sitting in the center. So you just got to play around with different things and create textures with reverbs and delays and saturation, distortion. You can throw a distortion pedal on vocals and stuff like that and get kind of like that Travis Scotty sound. But yeah.
Get this money all day, but loyalty so hard to find. All they promote is negativity, the blind lead.
So I'm taking my time on this mix, and I'm actually not gonna fly through this mix tonight in one session, because this is my song. Like, I produced this. This is my artist. So we have a certain vision for the song and a certain idea for the sound. But I do want to show you guys something crazy that I had to do real quick. So for anybody that ever runs into this issue when you're mixing stems, I have not run into this issue often, but I was actually happy that I did today, because it gives me a good example to show you guys. So right here, okay, this kick was being weird. It sounds good right here on this one. This one right here sounds good. Sounds okay on these two. Then this one, it just kind of like got really thin. And I'll show you guys what I mean. So here's what it used to sound like.
Get this money all day, but
You guys heard that boom? Like this last one right here, watch. Disappeared. Because for some reason, the phase threw it off, but it's not out of phase. So I had to flip it out of phase. And so now this kick, after I flipped it out of phase, so I had to flip this one out of phase just to be able to get it to work with that one note. And same with these two right here, this one right here, these two right here. So sometimes you guys have to do some work like that, because your 808 and your kick don't have the best relationship sometimes. Also, what I did on here was I cut 35 hertz, boosted at 259, and boosted at 717, just to give it a little bit more punch from the like top end. I threw a transient shape around there, and then with the 808, we have a Mag EQ 2, which is boosting some of the low end, and we have a bass flow, which is kind of controlling the tone a little bit of it. So that was after. I'll play you before what I did. So here we go. Here's the original. They just kind of disappear. So flipping that phase made them punch. So there's a little lesson for you guys. If you ever run into 808 and kick issues, sometimes you just got to flip the phase on some of the kicks, and you should be good to go. I'm actually going to take a break on this one, because I don't need to finish this one today. I just wanted to open it up. Should we jump into one of the ones we were working on yesterday? Oh shit, you guys couldn't see the screen the whole time? You guys need to let me know that. I was showing you guys stuff and you didn't even see it. Nobody was like, bro, you can't see the screen. Alright, so switch over. I'll show you guys that again, being you guys. This is what I was talking about. So these kicks right here, if you look when I zoom in, the phase is pretty much, well, this one's out, right? So this is out of phase now. Some of them go in phase, some of them go out of phase. But then if I were to pull the original, they're all in phase. They're proper. But for some reason, some of these notes just kind of disappear. But then with the ones that I flipped the phase back around on, and how I did that was I just went here, I selected the actual audio, and I went to EQ, which I just went to EQ 1 band, and just hit flip phase right here. So as soon as you do that, just hit render, and you'll be good to go. Yeah, my kick is playing exactly at the same time. And yeah, I mean, sometimes the sidechain, carve it out, definitely works, but phase is actually your biggest issue with kicks and 808s. It's not necessarily always the frequencies. So the phase of the audio sometimes need to be flipped, and then you'll have it perfectly on. Shout out to my boy Matthew Weiss for teaching me that shit, because I was having a problem like a couple years ago. Same type of issue. There was a one note and my thing was disappearing. I was like, bro, flip the phase. I was like, all right, tried it, boom. And ever since I remembered that tip. My light over here keeps switching white just randomly. I don't know what the hell or why. It just keeps randomly switching.
As long as it stay in the hood. What's less said is understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going on, but something's going wrong. These young chicks ain't kicking out as they spitting violence. How you gon' come up, crashing out, yeah, they gon' hide you. I'm catching paper on the low like I'm a guy. Whoever stay out here the longest, that's a survivor. When they promote violence, it's all good. As long as it stay in the hood. What's less said is understood. Maybe take long thoughts, fire up the wood. I don't really know what's going on, but something's going wrong. Every time I look online, it's something crazy on my phone.
What's going on with the world, yeah.
Can you tell
What's
me?
going on with the world, yeah.
Can you tell me?
They tryna break us down, yeah. They tryna break us down, yeah.
I can get this money all day, but loyalty's so hard to find.
See, and I'm still deciding what I want to do on that bridge right there. Whether I want to do like a crazy effect on his voice, big reverb. Still planning that out. All right, let's jump over into the big screen real quick. I'll transfer out of this session. All right, what's going on, everybody, today, though? What's everybody working on? Anybody working on some new music? Shout out to Moso for tuning in for the first time. All right, let's get. So I have a song that I have to finish up. That's from my boy C Milligan. I did start the mix a couple weeks ago, not even a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, on here. But let me see, 2024 Martians Lawn. Hey. Okay. That's what's up, man. That's dope, bro. Shit. I got let me pull up a song and show you real quick. A little something that I produced. So we got this song called Plot coming out. And it's a mixture of reggaeton and a bunch of different things. So I'll show you real quick. This was produced by me. Play this for you guys real quick. Alright, so this is called Plot.
Shake son, till you make son. I up and leave before I take son. Came up in the hood all straight nothing. Nah, I wasn't running around scheming, I was straight hustling. Drop it low and bust it. I'ma blow this money, baby, no rush. Loosen up my shirt, it's hotter than the oven. Body contact, might start something.
Ya, de la mila con la otra, ya, es solo que le con la otra, ya, ella no quiere que confunda, ya, ella solo quiere bla, 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 ella solo quiere bla, 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 le me dice que lo bla, 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 yo lo quiero bla, bla, bla.
Ooh, little shawty getting loose, yeah, I'm feeling like she moving, I love the way she doing her thing, and she know what I'ma do when I step off in the room, and you know we go to making it rain. I'm feeling her body, I might just have to make her my babe. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, she got me feeling some type of way.
Ella es mila confianza, ya, de la mila con la otra, ya, es solo que le con la otra, ya, ella no quiere que confunda, ya, ella solo quiere bla, 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 ella solo quiere bla, 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 le me dice que lo bla, 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 yo lo quiero bla, bla, bla.
Tienes un problema, voy pa' allá, come and see me on the spot while it's hot, yo, I knocking on the door,
Ábreme la puerta.
you could always meet us here, we don't ever need to fit. We'll be by the spot that is going hot, damn, we don't interrupt. We came with the winner's cup. We ain't never hot, man, we just made a nice plan from the coming up. You know if you coming up.
Confianza, ya, de la mila con la otra, ya, es solo que le con la otra, ya, ella no quiere que confunda, ya, ella solo quiere bla, 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 ella solo quiere bla, 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 le me dice que lo bla, 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 yo lo quiero bla, bla, bla.
But yeah, what you guys think? That's hard. Smooth transitions. Appreciate y'all, man. That song has not dropped yet, so that's an exclusive. Y'all got to hear an exclusive. That is produced by me, recorded by me, mixed by me, and mastered by me. Now, I do not suggest people doing all that. That is honestly a pain in the ass sometimes. I wish I would have paid somebody to master it. But when we were making the beat, my boy started rapping in Spanish, and I was like, okay. And I flipped it, and I put the reggaeton drums in there. He was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, nobody expected that. Everybody in the room went crazy. Because it was started as like a trap club beat. Like, this is literally how it started right here.
Shake son, till you make son. I up and leave before I take son. Came up in the hood all straight nothing. Nah, I wasn't running around scheming, I was straight hustling. Drop it low and bust it. I'ma blow this money, baby.
That's how it started. But then once he started hitting those Spanish lines, and I was like, hold up, whoa, hold up. This is on fire. And I put the drums in it, and they went crazy. So that's my artist, Dredloc, Esco. My boy Campos, who's also on, that's also the singer on What's Going On. And then it's got another artist, Yosemite, on the second verse. This is Simi right here.
She moving, I love the way she doing her thing. And she know what I'ma do when I step off in the room. And
you know what, actually, instead of working on a new mix, let's break that mix down for you guys. How about that? That'll be fun, because that mix actually is crazy. Let's just hope that all my plugins are installed on this computer. But let's open up that mix. I'll open that up for you guys so we can see that. Where's it called? What is it called? Fire. Let's hope. I think they are. I think they are. Because I didn't use anything crazy on this, I don't think. Should be all equal plugins anyways I have on my computers. Alright, Hawkeye. That's the only one it's missing. Hey, we're good to go. So funny though, because you might see frozen tracks on this one due to my other computer not being able to handle all of this stuff. Oh wow, surprisingly I didn't. Okay. Well, you guys can see this is a hella packed mix. Like, look at all these fucking plugins. Holy shit. I went ham on this one. Alright, so let's start it off. Let's do the beat. Let's go mute the vocals real quick. So first things first, I had a loop that had two different styles to it. It was like this higher one, and then I pitched it down. And then I had these pads that you can not really see unless I zoom really far in. And then there was an 808, a kick, clap, snare, hi-hats, and then I had the reggaeton drums. And then I had these toms. I did some really cool things to these toms, so that's the first thing I'll focus on. So these toms, when I first used them, they sounded like this. Which aren't necessarily horrible, but once you do this to it, I pulled a lot of that tone out. So what I did was I de-pitched them by 65 cents at A. I pulled out some ugliness out of them, and then I made it wider. Now, as far as the 808, oh shit, you guys cannot see anything. Why can't you? What the hell? I thought I switched it. I thought I switched it. There we go. Boom. There we go. All right. Boom. Now you guys can see everything. Okay. So let's go back to that tom. So this tom right here, like I said, I used torque, down pitched it about 65 cents. And then I went and used Pro Q3 to take out some ugly things in the low end, cut out some of the low end surprisingly, and also boost some of the mid range and some of the high mid. And then I used BX Control, like stereo control. I think it's a stereo control. Yeah, Control V2. It's a stereo maker, so you can control the width of things. So I pulled that out and made the toms just a little bit more wide sounding. And you guys can't hear none of that until I change this. Hold on, I gotta do one more thing. Fuck. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting that I gotta create this other fucking output for you guys. Print. Bow. This will go to submix. Print down here. Sorry guys, I'm over here wasting your time and shit. Alright. Should be good. IO. Default. Okay. Alright, here we go. For the third time. Now we can show it. Now you can hear what it sounded like. So that was before, and here's after. So I added a lot of low end to it by down pitching this actually quite a bit at a just negative 65 cents, not a whole lot. Then I pulled up some of the mid range to pull some of that out, and then I also cut stuff out of the low end to make it not so muddy in the mix because of the 808. And then you got the stereo width maker on it, so I made them just a little bit wider sounding. And when you hear them in the mix, as far as the 808, whew, we did a side chain, we did a nice little mid cut right here, yeah, so when I did the slide, that part went up way too loud, and so I had to definitely put that compressor on that. Then you got the smack attack on there, adding some nice punch onto it. Our compressor to control it a little bit more, and then this boosting the hell out of the low end. Drum bus, I got an API EQ. I got also a limiter to kind of control the drums a little bit more. Then loop trotter saturate. Like I said, I do use that, but it's not my favorite. And then I got an EQ to cut out some of the mid so the vocals can come through. And then let's see the vocals. Let's see. So we got a lot on here.
Shake son, till you make son.
So that's something I love to do on my reverbs is chop it to the grid at like 64th notes, and it'll go.
Shake son, till you make son. before I take something. Came up in the hood, all straight nothing. Nah, I wasn't running around scheming, I was straight hustling. Drop it low and bust it. I'ma blow this money, baby, no rush. Loosen up, my shirt is hotter than the oven. Body contact, might start
confianza, ya, de la mila con la otra, ya, es solo que le con la otra, ya, ella no quiere que confunda, ya, ella solo quiere bla, 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 ella solo quiere bla, 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 le me dice que lo bla, 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 yo lo quiero bla, bla,
Ooh, little shawty getting loose, yeah, I'm feeling like she moving. I love the way she doing her thing.
Alright, so let's go over my sauce on Simi. So he's a crazy harmony guy. So let's play you his vocals solo. Alright. Now here's his leads by themselves.
Ooh, little shawty getting loose, yeah, I'm feeling like she moving. I love the way she doing her thing. And she know what I'ma do when I step off in the room. And you know we go to making it rain. I'm feeling her vibe. Ooh.
Alright, so now we're gonna play with the dub.
Ooh, little shawty getting loose, yeah, I'm feeling like she moving. I love the way she doing her thing. And she know what I'ma do when I step off in the room. And you know we go to making it rain.
So those just match the same tone, but now this is where it starts getting crazy.
Ooh, little shawty getting loose, yeah, I'm feeling like she moving. I love the way she doing her thing. And she know what I'ma do when I step off in the room. And you know we go to making it rain. I'm feeling her vibe, I might just have to make her my babe. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, she got me feeling some type of way.
That's just one harmony. So then we got another right here.
She doing her thing, and she know she doing her thing. And she doing her thing. She doing her thing. She doing her thing. Doing. She doing her thing. She doing her thing. She know what I'ma do when I step off in the room. And you know we go to making it rain. I'm feeling her vibe, I'm feeling her vibe, I might just have to make her my babe. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, she got me feeling some type of way. I'm feeling her vibe, I might just have to make her my babe. I'm feeling her vibe, I might just have to make her my babe. I'm feeling her vibe, I might just have to make her my babe.
So, let me see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, his harmonies are crazy, bro. His harmonies are nuts. What studio do I work out of? I work out of a studio called Bench String Studios here in Tampa, Florida. But I'm a freelance engineer, so I don't really work out of one specific studio. I work out of my home studio, I work out of my friend's studio, I work out of Bench String. Now, I usually go to one professional studio because I don't like to bounce around to a bunch of different professional studios and keep all my files there or anything like that. So Bench String is like my second home, but that's where I work out of for sure.
Shawty getting loose, how she moving a little way she do.
Oh, we missed a layer. Oops, hold up right here.
Shawty getting loose, how she moving a little way she doing her thing. She know what I do when I step off in the room. And you know we go to making it rain. I'm feeling her vibe, I might just have to make her my babe. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, she got me feeling some type of way.
Alright, so let me show you guys what I did on his real quick. So on his harmonies, let's go up here. So the harms, I have a doubler on them. I have an EQ, thinning them out and brightening up some stuff. And I have an EQ or a compressor. I have some heavy reverb, no slap delay, no quarter delay, no eighth delay. And then there's also extras. So there's this right here. This is also, I think, other harmonies.
Shawty getting loose, yeah, I'm feeling like she moving. I love the way she doing her thing. And she know what I'ma do when I step off in the room. And you know we go to making it rain. I'm feeling her vibe, I might just have to make her my babe.
I mean, it is an effect you can do, but harmonies are just naturally different notes. Now this guy sang all these, so if I go into this one, this is him singing this right here.
Doing a thing. We go to making it rain. Ooh, it's shawty getting loose. How she moving, I love the way she doing her thing. Doing a step off in the ruin, go to making it rain. I'm feeling her vibe, I might just have to make her my bed. Ain't gonna lie, yeah, she got me feeling some type of way.
Crystalline is like my favorite reverb because it's very good. It has a ducker built into it, so if you need to duck the reverb into your vocal a little bit more, or your vocal into the reverb more, then you can use this, and it's very, very good. But another thing I do is play with the dampening. Now this one has a lot of like space on it because I really want it to sound spacious, but I don't really apply. Let me see, how much do I have on? That's higher than I think the actual. Yeah, so my verse, the actual verse of his on the reverb doesn't have as much as the backgrounds. So my verses always have more dry, backgrounds more wet. Now I might automate some things here and there, but for the most part, they're still going to stay more dry than the backgrounds.
Ooh, little shawty getting loose, yeah, I'm feeling like she moving. I love the way she doing her thing.
Because you got to think with reverb, the more dry, the more up front they feel, right? And then the more wet they feel, the further back or further away they feel. So that's what I'm trying to create with this is depth. So with the layers, each one that has a little bit more reverb or whatever, so the background harmonies have more reverb than the actual dubs. So if I go to sing dubs, close that out. Sing dubs, right here. So that's at negative 22.6, negative 21, and then the harmonies are at negative 16. So that's super high. Like those are wet.
Ooh, little shawty getting loose, yeah, I'm feeling like she moving. I love the way she doing her thing. And she know what I'ma do when I step off in the room, and you know we go to making it rain. I'm feeling her vibe, I might just have to make her my babe. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, she got me feeling some type of way.
Elle a mis la confiance, yeah, elle a mis la con la yantra.
Now, for this song, I picked one reverb. Sometimes, like with things like this, where it has multiple different artists and like maybe a different energy on the hook, I might use a different reverb. But this one I ended up just using one. I might use two sometimes in a mix, but that was pretty much what it. And then on my mix bus, I had an SSL compressor that was doing like probably 3 decibels of reduction. I had the AMAC 20. What is this? The 2000 EQ? Yeah, AMAC 200 EQ. Doing some mid-side expansion. Actually quite a bit of that, and then the Vertigo pulling out some more harmonics, and then my VMR to finalize it. Now I've actually stopped doing this technique right here just because I kind of stopped liking the sound of the VMR for my mix bus. It kind of made it a little bit too flat sounding, so I might go back and redo some of this stuff another day and go live doing it, because this song has not dropped yet, so I can go ahead and redo some of the mix and still, you know, get it released on time. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here tonight and just chat with some people and vibe with you guys, and just like, you know, it's a Friday night. I don't want to be working crazy and just, you know, grinding on the lives all the time, so I want to make these fun for us. So what I was going to say is, if anybody has any mixes or songs that they want me to pull up and listen to and critique, for the next 30 minutes, I will do that. I'm going to put the email in the chat. You guys can go ahead and send me 1 to 2 songs, and then I'll go ahead and listen to it. And you guys can tell me in the email what you want me to, you know, critique it on: the mix, the vocals, the vocal performance, you know, anything like that, the beat, whatever. What would you use instead of the VMR? So instead of the VMR, I would replace actually a couple of these things. So I'll explain what I used to do with this. This was for tone. So I would put some more saturation on this. I would put probably another I would actually boost this probably a little bit more because these aren't even really touched. This one is, but this isn't really touched. And then this is just a low end booster. So I'd probably put something that boosts the low end, like an EQ, an analog EQ. Revival. There's the one thing I do like about the VMR was Revival was really cool because you could add some thickness and some shine to the mix without making it overly saturated. But I would just throw on like Eosis EQ. This right here is a transient shaper. So any type of transient shaper that I put on there or a clipper, that would work. And then trimmer, same thing, clipper. I'd put that on there and be good to go. And actually, I might even do that for you guys when, like I said, I'm gonna do the mix live most likely when I finish this one up. So yeah, I'm about to put the email up right now for you guys. Email songs for review to. Oops, hold on, my bad, guys. I thought I could hit Shift Enter. All right. Let me go ahead and not bookmark, but pin. There you guys go. All right. I need to go grab a tissue real quick, so give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. All right, let me go ahead and pull up the email. If you got, like I said, if you guys want to send me like 1 or 2 songs to review, go ahead and send me a song or 2, and I will definitely review them. So what I will do is I will play them through Pro Tools. Okay, bet. I'm gonna go download that and check it out. All right, so let me open up a new session. Live review. Can you hear me now? All right, good. What I was saying is last night when I went through my process of the mixing, what my step-by-step process pretty much was. I might have confused some of you guys when I said tone and clarity and then balance, but what I was meaning was if you do the recording process like I do, if I get a vocal that's recorded straight into an interface, then I run it through like 3-4 analog plugins, or if I'm at the big studio, I'll run it through actual analog gear, and then I will start my mixing process. So that was tone and clarity first, but really it's balance, then go into tone and clarity, then go into everything else that I said. So I just want to clear that up because I watched my stream back yesterday and I was like, that was actually backwards. So, like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to say everything great. Still looking for these emails. Okay, there we go. Dizzy, got you. Downloading right now. Alright, that one downloaded.
Like I said, bro, folks over there talking about coming to get you, bro.
Alright, cool. Both those downloaded. Let me go ahead and pull those into Pro Tools. So I have him in Sticky House. Alright, I'm only going to listen to 2, so what 2 do you want me to listen to? Gotta pick 2. 2 only. 2 max. Okay. Rel, I'm downloading yours right now. Okay, Rel's is downloaded. Alright, Desires, downloading right now. Man, I want to make it so that Apple Music stops playing this shit as soon as it does that. Alright. So we're going to do Rel's first, Dizzy second. So Desires, him. Alright. Alright, here we go. Hold up. Let me double check.
It's fly. Straight up. Fuck is you doing, nigga? Now I say, come and take this trip, baby. Let's hit the road and take a risk, baby. Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on them chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fast life going. Now I say, come and take this trip, baby. Let's hit the road and take a risk, baby. Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on them chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fast life going crazy, living money. Every day, nigga turned up. Blind road, I keep it on me, I stay burnt up. A nigga might just switch the ego, had a shirt tucked. Remember, I ain't had no money, I had no love. I'm getting bands out the bands, come by the surplus. If you ain't by the bag, then you ain't getting no act right. I'm doing what I want, might hit the road or take a flight. He hit my line, he say he need it, I'ma get him right. I manifest this bad bitch and for a better life. I know that I was living wrong, I'm trying to do it right. Still keep it on me cause these bitches
bitch niggas ain't tryna fight. This bitch blowing up my phone, call me every night. No love, baby, I don't want you, you can't spend the night. I'm eating shrimp with the steak and the lobster in my rice. I get the whipping with the wrist, making sure it's right. Gripping on my tool, can't leave the house without pipe. 30 extended, nah, I ain't even tryna fight. Living so wrong when I been tryna do it right. Told him this chrome, my eyes, the Lord, he bless me right. R.I.P. my niggas gone, that wasn't living right. Can't wait till brother coming home, yeah, we gon' do it nice. We doing everything you want, boy, we gon' take a flight. Bad bitches to the left and the fucking right. Nigga, what you wanna do, little bro, gon' get you now. Say, come back this trip, baby. Let's hit the road and take a risk, baby. Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on them chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. This just a fast life, going crazy, living
you
night.
Act right in the day or it's late night, and it seemed to got you acting right. So baby, let's just take a flight. You just gotta keep it real. Lobster, potato, and some steak meals. Yeah, we do it big, baby. And they would if they could, baby. But you know that they been down lately. Neighborhood plug shit. Some like to call, man. I done been broke, but I ain't never been boring. Identified black man, I'm whipping in a foreign. Be making all these plays, worry about scoring. Put on my music and you know that she gon' vibe. Watch them snakes, they coming from all sides. I'll pop them in my slides, though. Same 10 toes, going off them blues, so they stuck all in limbo. Keep elbows on me, something like I'm Kimbo. West side, baby, pull a bitch up out of limbo.
Now I say, come and take this trip, baby. Let's hit the road and take a risk, baby. Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on them chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. This is a fast life, going crazy, living man.
That was a tough song, first of all. That was a tough song, but I think the mix is clean. Did you have track outs to that, Rel? Let me know real quick. Hold up. Before I even go into this, I need to know two things. Did you have track outs, or was that a 2-track beat? And did you record that, or did you just mix that? Because I can give technical advice on a few things. Okay, cool. All right, so first thing I would say, it sounds clean. Like, it sounds very clean. Little over compressed. I don't know if you put like a limiter on it or something, because it is definitely very limited. But little over compressed with the overall like mix bus compression. But as far as like the vocals, they sound clean, but there are some frequencies in there you could have carved out that would have kind of given him a cleaner tone and still gave him that like like he had a certain sound. So I definitely hear where you were going for it. You had to bring that character out of him for sure, and I like that. It sounds good. But the vocal, you might have been able to back up that EQ just a little bit and bring the thickness still in a little bit, and definitely cut out some of that harshness in his vocal.
Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus.
Like when he has an I, like when he says flip, baby, there's like this noise, like this really brittle noise that I can hear. So that might be something to do with the booth. It might be something to do with his mic positioning or how close he is to the mic. But that's definitely something. Or even honestly, use Fab Filter. Go and pull a dynamic EQ on, make a really sharp Q, and just make it try to find that really annoying note. So you're gonna sweep until you hear that really annoying noise, and then pull that down and let the dynamic EQ only. Don't pull it down just automatically. Only the dynamic EQ. So keep the regular EQ at 0. So we're gonna do it right here. Let me do this. Let me switch over so we can show you. All right. So if I were you, and yeah, Soothe is definitely a helper for it. But before I had Soothe, bro, you should have seen my EQs. Some of my EQs look crazy because I'd have dots like this, no joke, and I'd have them like this, and they'd be like that. Like you'd have these super thin. So we'd go in here, pull this down, make it really thin, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and find that really annoying noise. So here we go.
Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on the chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fact. Make it flip. Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on the chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fast life going crazy. Let me take this trip, baby. Let's hit the road and take a risk, baby. Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on the chips, baby. We do 580. It's just a fast life going crazy. Let me take this trip, baby. Let's hit the road and take a risk, baby. Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on the chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fast life going crazy, living money. Every day, make it.
And yeah, you can see with this right here, you can see that you're at 7.3K, you're boosted a lot. So I would be having this play.
Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on the chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fast life going crazy. Let me take this trip, baby. Let's hit the road and take a risk, baby. Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on the chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fast life going crazy, living money. Every day, make it turned up. Blunt road, I keep it on me, I stay burnt up. A nigga might just switch the ego, had a shirt tucked. Remember, I ain't had no money, I had no love. I'm getting bands.
Actually, I found it right here. Ready? There's that note.
Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on the chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fast life going crazy. Let me take this trip, baby. Let's hit the road and take a risk, baby. Every day, make it turned up. Blunt road, I keep it on me, I stay burnt up. A nigga might just switch the ego, had a shirt tucked. Remember, I ain't had no money, I had no love.
So right here at 2,931 hertz, if you were to put an EQ on your vocal right there, just on the vocal, don't do this on the master because it's gonna muddy everything up. That's why I'm not like saying do this on your master, but do this on the vocal. This one right here is definitely in that area of where that annoying thing is. Keep it flat like this, but pull the dynamic EQ down, and then you're gonna adjust this to when it only hits on certain words. Like burnt up, like when he says burnt, it like accentuates a lot. You want to tuck that back down.
Go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on the chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fast life going crazy. Let me take this trip, baby.
Is it better now? Better? Check. Let me know, is that... Hold on. Actually, hold on. Let me double check one thing. Let's see if my compressor's on. Yeah. Let's turn this up. Check. Okay. Great. Glad it's better for you guys. That's what I want it to be. All right. So now... So yeah, that right there is like the range that I would say check out for his other things. And then the other thing is, don't be scared to do some stuff on the beat. Like if you need to cut out, because there's a lot of bass in this thing too. Like there's a lot of muddiness. So like,
go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on the chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fast life going crazy, living money. Every day, make it turned up. Blunt road, I keep it on me, I stay burnt up. A nigga might just switch the ego, had a shirt tucked. Remember, I ain't had no money, I had no love. I'm getting bands out the bands, come by the surplus. If you ain't by the bag, then you ain't getting no act right. I'm doing what I want, might hit the road or take a flight.
So you see how I just pulled that down. I just pulled that down a little bit, and it made everything a little bit more stand out. The vocals started to stand out more. Once I pulled this muddiness out,
go get them bands and make it flip, baby. Focus on the chips, baby. We do 100 on the 580. It's just a fast life going crazy. Let me take this trip, baby. Let's hit the road and take a risk, baby. Go get them bands and make it flip, baby.
There's a lot of information in this area, the 100 hertz area. So you could probably go into the beat and cut some of that out just gently, and you'll hear your vocals jump up. So that's definitely one thing I'll do on that. And then, you know, from there, I would just say work on the harshness, because there's a lot of like brittle harshness in the top end, and you don't want to just rely on something like Soothe and stuff like that to take that away. You want to really kind of control that before you have to throw Soothe on it. Now, if you're given something you can't change, then that's a different story. But definitely, you can pull down some EQ on that beat and just some high end on that beat and really. So, all right, we're gonna do Desires next. Rel, is that was that helpful for you, bro? Want to make sure I'm giving you some good advice and helping you out. So, if you want any more examples, let me know. But for right now, we're going to jump into Desires.
Yeah, I cannot barely function. Swim with the sharks in the ocean. I get behind the wheel, swerving through lanes like I'm motion. Fucking a bit from the back. I want her friend 'cause she better. I got a heart attack. I'm on the stairway to heaven. Holy moly, she wanna fuck with a soldier. Raven, engines. I know you can't wait to see her. I know you barely need it.
That shit's hard.
I'm at the edge of the ceiling, rolling, Molly. I know that you can control it. Whoa, she got it, he got it, we got it, we bout it, I'm in the zone. You in control, she bout it, we bout it, you mine for sure. She like to be private, I got the heat on me, I'm in the mode. Got you bent out, I eat out of you, kinda mean by the moving too slow, yeah. I cannot barely function, swim with the sharks in the ocean, yeah. And even when she bring out fire, bring me and I'll move to the coast. I'm running away from the sirens, you know you doing the most. Lay back, think about your desires, I want you floating on boats. All them M's, she wanna live in the hills. Roll up, tree, I get you right in the limbs. That thunder, breeze, I put you down on your knees. I sneeze, baby stop fucking with me. I cannot barely function, swim with the sharks in the ocean. I get behind the wheel, swerving through lanes like I'm motion. Fucking a bit from the back, I want her friend 'cause she better. I got a heart attack, I'm on the stairway to heaven, yeah. I cannot barely function, swim with the sharks in the ocean. I get behind the wheel, swimming through lanes like I'm motion. Fucking a bit from the back, I want her friend 'cause she better. I got a heart attack, I'm on the stairway to heaven, yeah. I cannot barely function, swim with the sharks in the ocean. I get behind the wheel, swerving through lanes like I'm motion. Fucking a bit from the back, I want her friend 'cause she better. I got a heart attack, I'm on the stairway to heaven, whoa. I cannot barely function, swim with the sharks in the ocean, whoa. I get behind the wheel, swerving through lanes like I'm motion, whoa. Fucking a bit from the back, I want her friend 'cause she better, whoa. I got a heart attack, I'm on the stairway to heaven, hold it. I wanna meet you in heaven, I'll take you to other levels. Everything fine, the way you be fucking with devils. You out of pocket, that's fine, I wanna show you how they do it. I wanna ruin your life, wanna forget what that thing do. You really faithful, let me amaze you, babe, keep it moving. I'll entertain you, speaking bilingual, girl, let me move it. Wake up, make a nigga wanna make love. Take drugs, make a nigga really get stuck. No cat, really feeling like I'm in trouble. 6'5" on the desk, finna take off. I cannot barely function, swim with the sharks in the ocean. I get behind the wheel.
Honestly, that track is fire as hell. The mix is honestly really good already. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of great things in that mix already. The background vocals, bring those up. Those ad libs, I hear them in the background, tiny bit. I need those up more. You got to definitely bring those up. There's like honestly, it's just real creative stuff that like I really have advice on really right now. Is like, 'cause that shit sounds clean. Dizzy, I'm actually like surprised. I'm not even surprised. I'm just like, whoa, like didn't expect that. That shit sounds super dope. Let me see real quick. Let me listen one more time real quick.
Yeah, I cannot barely function, swim with the sharks in the ocean. I get behind the wheel, swerving through lanes like I'm motion. Fucking a bit from the.
See, now this is those type of songs where like the vocal doesn't need to sound super realistic. It doesn't need to sound natural. So the tone you have the artist at, I think that's like pristine right there. That sounds clean. I would say maybe you can dial de-esser in there just a little bit for certain things, but it's that crispiness I know is what they go for with this style of mix. So that's the same thing I would have probably done. Now, as far as those background vocals, definitely bring them up. I don't know if maybe you have too much of a lo-fi filter on them. chopping out some of the highs, but I'm gonna go listen to the last part. You said the last part is the best, so I was wondering if you did something crazy at the end.
I cannot barely function, swim with the shots in the ocean. I get behind the wheel, swerving through lanes like I motion. Fucking the bit from the back, I want her friend cause she better. I got a heart attack, I'm on the stairway to heaven. Yeah, wake up your mind and look from above. We get so high and she want more drugs. That's the part of your life that you can never give up. Even if you go hide it, it'll find your own God. Leave it out of my yard, I can aim to go far. Don't come back until dark, smoke take off for your Mars. Pick you up in new cars, you so bright you like stars. In the world of lost souls, spit you out to control. Time is taking no fold, you like the rest of them, you get old. You're intellectual, you can't mold. You be the next one up in that mold. You gotta grind yourself, you feel froze. You gotta pick it up with 10 toes. Don't be the rest of them, you alone. Don't be the rest of them, you alone. Yeah, yeah. You like the rest of them, you alone. I gotta up the game in my mode. Yeah. Where I'm flying.
I agree with J-Dub. This is a clean-ass mix. Like I said, the only thing is the background vocals bring them bitches up, but then there's a couple creative things that I'll do. So, there's this spot right here where you could really sauce this bitch. Hold on, let me find it.
Whoa, she got it, he got it, we got it, we better, I'm in the zone. You in control, she better, we better, you mine for sure.
Right there. These last words, if you were to put like a nice eighth delay that's a stereo ping pong delay with some crazy reverb on it, put like a huge cathedral reverb, and then put some distortion on that, and catch it only on that last word right here.
Whoa, she got it, he got it, we got it, we better, I'm in the zone. You in control, she I cannot barely function, swim with the sauce in the ocean, yeah. And even swim with the sauce in the ocean, yeah. And even when she bring out fire, bring me and I'll move to the coast. I'm running away from the sirens, you know you doing the most. Lay back, think about your desires, I want you floating on boats. All them M's, she wanna live in the hills. Roll up, tree.
Right there. Roll up, tree. Like, you could fuck around with so much shit right there, drop the beat, do some fire shit right there. Like, yeah, like the balance, definitely pull up those background vocals, man. Let us hear those. This is a very Travis Scotty track, I could tell. So, like, this shit sounds great. To be honest with you, it sounds real clean. That boy Dizzy, fire with it. No cap. No kizzy, my boy Dizzy, fire. Man, he's a dope artist. Who is that? Nah, bro, you definitely killing it. You definitely killing it, bro. You definitely killing it. That sounds real good. I'm not gonna cap to you. And that was using some techniques that you just learned from me this past week watching the streams. 22 wavy, all right. Well, that's fire, bro. That sounds good. All right, so now last up we got I believe this is the Future Sound. Yeah, so I believe this is the Future Sound. So let me double check. Who's Chris Monroy? So I'm guessing Future Sound, is that you? And honestly, man, now I'm not going to lie to you guys. Those acoustic blankets, if you get those, the moving blankets, the blue ones, those things definitely work. Okay, Moso. Okay. All right, let me take a listen to this, Moso.
Llegamos como para la luna. Los problemas no se buscan, solo se dan.
Don't you go inside our house, it's safe outside, safe outside. Don't you go inside our house, it's safe outside, safe outside.
No ando en busca de problemas, ando en busca de dinero, pero la envidia cabrona, de eso siempre estoy certero. Eso a mí no me preocupa, como misión imposible. Tengo a gente .0, gente que no carga imanes, pero trae pegado el fierro. Yo solo doy la mordida, nunca ladro como un perro. Hey, no te pases la línea, piensa bien en tu familia. Yo no la pienso dos veces, y por eso es la vida. Drug dealer, andamos haciendo money como un drug dealer. Pero la música es lo que se cocina. Si te metes por adentro, solo hay que la.
Si me enojo me vuelvo un pistolero. Tengo balando todo, pero te deja lo igual. Sepultura para los vatos que me tiran hasta ganas de matarte pa' que Dios te lo bendiga. La nena tiene nina y es una bandida. Full in la bikini running man. If you see me yo lo hago sin Houdini. Y te fumo como fumo.
No ando en busca de problemas, ando en busca de dinero, pero la envidia cabrona, de eso siempre estoy certero. Eso a mí no me preocupa, como misión imposible. Tengo a gente .0, gente que no carga imanes, pero trae pegado el fierro. Yo solo doy la mordida, nunca ladro como un perro. Hey, no te pases la línea, piensa bien en tu familia. Yo no la pienso dos veces, y por eso es la vida. Esto no se acaba, pues yo siempre quiero más. Soy el más cabrón, soy el que sí sabe rimar. Tu baby me llama, tú no la sabes mojar. Quiero el Ferrari, pero también culinar.
Esto no es un juego, mejor hazte para atrás. Así como le llego, ella no me va a aguantar. Una casa en la montaña con la vista pa' fumar.
Problemas, ando en busca de dinero, pero la envidia cabrona, de eso siempre estoy certero. Eso a mí no me preocupa, como misión imposible. Tengo a gente .0, gente que no carga imanes, pero trae pegado el fierro. Yo solo doy la mordida, nunca ladro como un perro.
Nah, definitely Dizzy. We could talk about that for sure, bro. Definitely needing that help to build that community, bro. So I'm definitely down to have you help me, bro. Moso, definitely a dope track. I like the vibe a lot. I like the beat with the vocal, like the way you used your vocals, and you said that's your friend on the hook. So he did a dope job on the hook. And the verses sounded good. The one thing I would say is right here in this spot, I feel like he fell off tempo a little bit.
Pero la música es lo que se cocina. Si te metes por adentro, solo hay que la. Andamos haciendo money como un drug dealer.
Yeah, that part, he just fell off tempo a little bit. You could have moved his vocals a little bit more on time, slid them over. But other than that, I mean, here's what I would say about the mix. So the vocals sound pretty clean. They're a little too crispy. They have a little bit of a high top end on them. So if I were you, I would use something like a de-esser or anything like that. That would kind of take away some of this harshness that I'm about to pull out and show you where it's. Now, the reason why I use analyzers when I master or mix and master things is because, for one, if my room's not fully treated, I'm not hearing everything 100% accurate. So that's the same thing when you're wearing headphones or you're using anything like that. So if you guys have any analyzers like that, you can use, they have isotope ones, they have waves ones. Let me go in here, Paz analyzer. So this one comes with waves. A lot of people have waves, so if you have waves, you probably have this. You can also go into where is it? You can honestly use Insight Pro also has it, so you can do the graph on this, so you can look at.
No ando en busca de problemas, ando en busca de dinero, pero la envidia cabrona, de eso siempre estoy certero. Eso a mí no me preocupa.
But as you can see,
no ando en busca de problemas, ando.
As you guys can see, this high is just about as high as this highest bass part is. You really don't want that. That's like one thing you guys want to stay away from. You want to definitely keep this area, even though it might not seem it, but if I were to pull up a mix and master of mine or any professional, you would actually see a big dip right here. You'd see a lot more of a dip from the bass down to here. Like, it might raise up a little bit, but it's never going to be equal. You're never going to really see it too much equal with that bass right there, because if so, then you're going to have a really, really harsh mix. So using analyzers to realize what you're doing is a helpful thing. That's why they have these things for you guys to use and analyze visually also what you're doing sonically, okay? So that's the first thing I do is throw a de-esser on these guys, because this top end right here.
No ando en busca de problemas, ando en busca de dinero, pero la envidia cabrona, de eso siempre estoy certero, eso a mí no me preocupa, como misión imposible, tengo a gente doble cero, gente que no carga imanes, pero trae pegado. No ando en busca de problemas, ando en busca de dinero, pero la envidia cabrona, de eso siempre estoy certero, eso a mí no me preocupa, como misión imposible, tengo a gente.
And then the other thing is, I don't know if you're in the right key of the auto-tune, to be honest with you. It sounds a little out of key for me. So I would say looking at getting something like this mixed in key. It's $50, or you can get there's a couple other programs that work, but you can try and use Waves or Antares Auto Pitch, Auto Key. They both have it. They don't always work properly. You might have to do it 3-4 times to get the right key, but it does end up sometimes getting the right key. But mixing key, I can tell you from honest use of it for years, this I can drag any beat in. Let's see. So we'll drag all of your guys' stuff in. So these are all your guys'. Ready? It's going to tell me the tempo and key result for every single song that was just sent to me. Him, 81.5 D minor. The first one, Sticky House, 80 F minor. Yours is 82.99, technically 83, and it's in D minor. Act Right, 94.5 E flat minor, 65.5 D minor. So this is one of the most accurate ones because they make it for DJs, so it has to be super accurate. But yeah, so I would definitely calm some of that low end, boost some of that high end, or no, calm some of that high end, boost some of that low end. Sorry, I said the totally opposite. And then
No ando en busca de problemas, ando en busca de dinero, pero la envidia cabrona, de eso siempre estoy certero, eso a mí no me preocupa, como misión imposible, tengo a gente doble cero, gente que no carga imanes, pero trae pegado. No ando en busca de problemas, ando en busca de dinero, pero la envidia cabrona, de eso siempre estoy certero, eso a mí no me preocupa, como misión imposible, tengo a gente doble cero, gente que no.
yeah, so there's a lot of mid-range poking too. So that's making it kind of harsh. Now, don't get me wrong. You don't want to like crank it down. I'm only pulling this down 1 decibel, almost 2. I'm not pulling it down a lot. I don't have this on, well, it's on 12, but you can see that we're at like -2, -3 decibels. I'm not doing a lot. I don't have this at -30 and yanking it down all the way down to 30. Some people, you don't realize that this is very vital. If you have this on 30 and you just crank this down, you're putting it down 30 decibels. That's a lot. So try to make sure it's on 3 or 6. So you can see if you're doing dramatic changes or not.
No ando en busca de problemas, ando en busca de dinero, pero la envidia cabrona, de eso siempre estoy certero, eso a mí no me preocupa, como misión imposible, tengo a gente doble cero, gente que no carga imanes, pero trae pegado. No ando en busca de problemas, ando en busca de dinero, pero la envidia cabrona, de eso siempre estoy certero, eso a mí no me preocupa, como misión imposible, tengo.
Yeah, so I would say work on just EQ and stuff. Like you said, this is your first song, though, so I don't want to judge it too much because you said that you got better monitors to listen through. And headphones will definitely give you that feeling of, oh, I have too much bass, and then you don't have enough bass. Or you don't have enough highs, but then it's way too crispy. So that is definitely a result of mixing in headphones. You guys can see that right there. Let's see. Did we get one more email? No or no? Nope. Okay. So we're going to end the stream on that note. But I just hope this stream was very helpful for you guys. I was just wanting to come hang out with you guys and build more of the community. Dizzy, hit my Instagram, bro. We're going to talk. We're going to get some shit set up so I can definitely get that Discord set up so we can start getting everybody involved in there. We can start setting up some fun things for everybody, a part of the community. And make sure you guys tell people about this community. We're going to be building it more and more and more over the next few months. So the more you guys share it, the more you guys get involved with the behind-the-scenes stuff, the more that you're going to be involved with future things too. So I'm looking for all types of help with this. I can't do this alone. It takes a village, so let's build this together, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you guys sending music to be reviewed and taking the time to just hang out with me and listen to what I have to say. And keep up the great work, guys. Like, all of you guys sound great already. You guys really don't have too much going wrong with your mixes already, so you guys are on the right path. It's not, and don't think it's the gear either, guys. Like, I can work with minimum gear. I'm working with HS8s in here. I'm not gonna cap to you guys like I'm working with some PMC monitors, and no, I'm working with HS8s in here. My room's not treated yet. You know, I had it treated, but I didn't like the panels. They smelled too much like weed from my old studio, so I got new panels being built. But while that's happening, I'm not working with a treated room right now. So trust me, guys. I didn't get it. Future Sound. Make sure. Hold up. Sorry, my bad. Future Sound. Did you? Look, I'll even show you. I didn't see no Future Sound. Dizzy Trip mixed by Rel. Chris Monroy. I don't have no Dizzy Trip. Unless you sent it through WeTransfer? No. I don't have it, brother. It's not that I didn't see it. I didn't get it. But yeah, I do appreciate everybody that's, tuned in so far and has been tuning in for every session. I think that's, something super dope and I appreciate it a lot. So, here, Future, if you send it to me real quick, if you can get that sent over, I'll check it out. I just want to get it real quick. I gotta get up out of here and go work on some other stuff at a friend's studio. Was that it? Was that it? There we go. Downloading right now for you, bro. Downloaded. All right, so is this a beat, a song? So this is you on it though? This is you recording yourself?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I met you, I loved you. Never thought I could love you. Coming on you to let you know. Since I met you, my life is not the same. No matter what the love will take us, no matter what the love will do to us, I'll be the one. No matter what the love will give us, no matter what the time will give us, you'll always be my mom. Nobody can change it up from me, mama. I will love you until the end of time on earth. Nobody can prove me wrong right now. Nobody will love you more like I do. Nobody gonna change my love for you. You took care of me since I was a little boy, mama. All the blessing that I'm holding now is from you. But you are everything I wanted. Please, mama, bless me. Rain from heaven, follow me. Even in a deep ocean, you there, mama. Even in the sky, you shine like a star. I belong to you, mama. Be your son forever, mama. I hope hope you'll be my mom forever. Nobody gonna change my love for you. You took care of me since I was a little boy. All the blessing that I'm holding now comes from you. Mama, you are everything I wanted. Please, mama, bless me. Rain from heaven, follow me. Nobody can change the love for you. Nobody can feel what I'm feeling for you. All the trouble that I gave you, mama, you did for me. So many times you put your knees down to pray for me. I love you, mama. 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 Nobody can change my love for you. Nobody can change what I feel for you. What I feel for you. Your love come from the heaven.
First off, super dope song, bro. Like, that shit definitely hit me in the heart for sure, because I lost my mom a few years ago, so definitely feel you on that song. This song overall, and I'm gonna go into the mix, man. This mix is very good so far. There's a few things that you got to kind of dial back on, and that's, you could see it right here. So dial back on some of that stereo imaging spreader that you have on there, whatever you have on the percussion and stuff like that. Dial those down a little bit. They're a little bit out of phase, and it's not horrible to have it on this region, but this much information is quite a bit. So I would dial it back just a little bit, because if I were to play this on mono speakers or on like a Bluetooth, it wouldn't sound that way, and it would sound like it's missing things. So or it could sound like it's missing things. So I would definitely dial that back just a little bit on the width of things. Maybe if you use like the isotope widener, if you use that or anything like that on the highs, turn those down just a little bit. The tuning, there's definitely some spots in there I would go back in and either re-sing or tune them to be better in the key, especially the harmonies. Now with harmonies, honestly, man, like if you don't have Melodyne, definitely use Waves Tune, not the like the actual like auto tune one, but this one right here. So I would definitely recommend, if you don't have Melodyne, at least get this. This will help you tune your vocals, put it in the key, whatever key the song is in, and then so this is in the key of D minor. So before you would even start scanning this or start playing it, just put it in natural minor, put it on D, and then start playing the song, and it'll scan all the vocal notes just on the just put it on the vocal tracks, and then tune those. But then what was the other thing that I was hearing? Because there's one spot. I mean, honestly, the mix is great for like being a beginner mix and everything. Like, the reverb sounds really good. I like how the reverb sits. I like the way you got that sitting in there. The percussion, bring those down. I would say not too much, because I know in Afrobeat or in dancehall beat or anything that's more tropical, percussion is a huge thing. So don't bring them down too much. Maybe even just EQ them. Take some of the high out of them to make them kind of sit back just a little bit more. But and if you want, bro, if you want to set up a one-on-one lesson with me so we can go through Melodyne together, shoot me a message. I'll shoot you the rate, and we can probably set that up and everything, and I'll be able to help you through the Melodyne part. And then where was it?
Please, mama, bless me. Rain from heaven, follow me. Even in a deep ocean, you there, mama.
Yeah, like I really think this mix sounds clean too. Like you and Dizzy and Rel all had pretty clean mixes for sure. Actually, every person that sent a song today, all 4 of you. So you guys are definitely on the right path. Yeah, definitely. Just shoot me a message on Instagram, bro. We'll set that up, and we'll get teaching you Melodyne so you can just be, zooming through that and not be confused on anything. But definitely keep up the work, man. This song is really good. The production you did this on this too? So this is your production, your song, like fully you? Yeah. So that's fire. So you mixed all the stems with and everything. That's good. It's a good mix right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Definitely some things to fine tune, but nothing crazy. Like I said, just work on the tuning a little bit, maybe some compression a little bit more on the vocal. But the vocal sounded kind of open. It sounded good to me for this song. But yeah, percussion, bring those down a little bit. Get the EQ a little bit on the vocals a little bit. Tighten that up a little more. But the tuning, that's the only major thing that really stood out to me, really. Great job, bro. All right, guys. That is the final review of the night. I'm up out of here. You guys, thank you so much for joining in tonight. Hope you guys have a great Friday night. Go enjoy it. Go make some music. Go hang out with some friends. Go do something fun. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. So I hope you guys have a great night. And again, thank you for tuning in. I'm up out of here, guys.